Alright everyone, hello, welcome back to another episode. Today we're here and we're with the G29 simulator just like normal, but in a slightly different setup, right? So I'm assuming you've already got to this point with the pedals, but I'll explain it up to this point anyways. I just want to start off by saying thank you to everyone for all the support you've been showing on the videos over the last few days, the shorts. We've been continuing to get multiple subscribers a day, and just means the absolute world to me. And thank you to my stepmom Donna and my dad for sending me the money to be able to buy the parts to be able to fix the G29 pedals. It means the absolute world to me to get their support with the channel and with my simulator setup. They believe in me and what I'm trying to do, and it means the world to me. So let's just hop right in here. So if you're looking to get the axc-sim.com potentiometer upgrade / fix for the G29 pedals, from my understanding it also works for G25 and G27, but I cannot confirm that, right? I only have the G29, so I'm sorry. But here we go. So when you're taking this G29 pedals apart here, you've got 14 of these little screws here that hold the top of the base and the bottom of the base. These two different parts here, the top and the bottom, they get held together with these little screws. Then you've got two screws on the inside that hold the wire in place, right? So on the pedals you've got this little wire, this little rubber piece on the wire, and it slots into the inside of the casing. Now when it comes to getting inside, here we go, more of these. Now we got these 12 little black screws that hold the pedals in place right here, here, and here, and then along the bottom we've got these few more. The silver ones go into these holes here, and then you've got, to be 14, right, you've got the 4 here, but you've also got 2 in here. So you got to make sure you lift this up with the little prong here, and then you can put a screwdriver in here, just a little one, and get the extra 2 screws out to make 14. Now to get the throttle assembly out of the casing, you have to take the top of the pedal off, right? The top of the pedal won't slide out. At least I wasn't able to get it out. So we've got the little screws here are to hold on the throttle, while the longer screws are to hold the clutch and the brake. Now I'll move this out of the way here. Once we've got, there you go, here we go. Now that we've got that out of the way, we've got our pedals, and they've still got the wires on them, right? So all we've done is disconnect them and taken them out of the casing so far. Now yes, I've gone further and I've already loosened them up. I've actually taken them all apart to try and clean them, and that's when I broke it. Which one is it? Right here. So this is not supposed to just move like this. Obviously. Yeah. So I was putting the nut back on to hold it in place, and apparently it went on a bit of an angle, and then it just kept going. It didn't seem to be any stiffer, but yeah, I just ended up, of course it didn't. It just snapped the plastic. It didn't really, the plastic is so weak. Now to get these apart here, quite simple. You take apart the screw at the back here, and I suggest taking this back one out first because it's where the pressure is. Let that pressure go. Now it's easy. This front one will come out no problem. If you take the front one out first, you can have issues trying to take the front one out first because there's pressure pushing against the bolt. Now that we've gotten that out, we can take that whole assembly out of the way here. Get your couple bolts out of the way, and you've also got on the side of the pedals right here on either side, you got a little plastic washer. Just keep them, they're the same for each pedal, but just try and keep them together, right? move these out of the way real quick. There we go. Now, once we get into this pedal here, now the next step is going to be taking this little screw out here, and we've got a little metal washer, locking washer, and then we've got to disconnect the 3 wires from the 3 prongs on the old potentiometer. How's the lighting? How do I get this to show better? There you go. Right, there's 3 connections here. I'm trying to get each of them disconnected. So I'll be right back after I got that done. Thank you all. Alright everyone, well, we're back. Now, that took a bit longer than I was expecting. Yeah, so I didn't have any pliers. I had to drive all the way to my parents' house and back. Well, my mom and stepdad. And I was able to get 3 different sets of pliers to figure out. I wasn't sure which ones would work best for this, so I just grabbed 3 different ones. Right, I'll bring them back, not the end of the world. So now we've got this. What I've been able to do so far off camera, I didn't want to do too much, right? I want to do as much of this with y'all here, right? So all I did was disconnect the 3 wires here like I was talking about doing, and I loosened this screw, right? Here, let's see if we can move this slightly closer to y'all. Yeah. Get that in focus, maybe? I don't know. I'm not the best at this, I'm sorry. But basically this little screw, right? Just undo that, right? And then, there you go. The wire's all disconnected, right? Simple as that. Now, you gotta be careful when disconnecting the wires from the potentiometer here. I ended up ripping the wire out partially and split the black casing wire. Now, and not the end of the world, right? I've got a little piece of tape here. I'm not really too worried. Probably should be using electrical tape. I do not have electrical tape. I could have grabbed some electrical tape at their place, and I was actually thinking about doing that, and then was like, nothing's gonna happen, I don't need that. And then obviously something happened. That's good enough. The actual wire still has its casing on it, so it's just the outer layer. So here we go. Now, this is the one that got them backwards here. This is the one, the throttle is the one I ended up breaking. So there's the metal washer we took off beforehand, right? That just sits on here. Then we slip this off here, and then this is what broke. Oh, there you go. The threads broke off of it, so from the nut it went on a bit crooked, so everything just falls apart. What you're supposed to do, I was trying to open these tabs and open it and clean it and then put it back together. Once I went to put this on, it completely snapped. There you go. Ta-da! Haha! It focused! There you go. Now we'll move that out of the way here. Now I've also got the brake here, which is secure, right? This one does not move at all. And this is what it should be working like this, right? But the other one, the throttle, you could not do this anymore. It would just come off, right? So I'll do that off camera. Now, so yeah, I'll take that. I'll take the second one out of the brake off camera, and then I'll take the clutch one off camera as well. I just want to show y'all how I got these wires off here. So the pliers, you got to be careful because there's this little extra grounding wire here. Don't want to get under that, right? Pull that to the side like that, right? So I'm only under the ends here, and I'm only really pulling on the first one there. Slowly pull it out, just work it out. Don't want to pull too hard, too fast, or you'll rip it out, right? So yeah, that's all. There you go. Got that one done. Move over to the next one. There you go. Last one here. Ta-da! And then back to the screwdriver. You could have done, I would suggest doing the screwdriver and getting this screw out first. But I just wanted to show y'all actually doing this process, right? Show y'all how it goes. It only takes a few seconds to get it done, right? Nothing to be scared of. And the screws, I would suggest you just put them back into the hole for the time being. I'm not 100% sure if they're needed going forward. So I would just keep them with it for just for the time being, right? Okay, well, I'm just going to keep dropping these. There you go. Got that one in. And put one into the throttle so they each have one. There we go. This is very small screw. Very tiny little hole. There you go. There we go. So we got that back together there. Now, to get the potential meter off, I already went over this slightly, but I'll go over it again. Just quickly here. There's a little metal washer here, and basically, can I get that to focus at all? There you go. You want the end of the screwdriver or whatever you have to get in between the little flipped down part, the little push down part. You want to pry it up, and then the washer will come off. So I'll be right back after I get all that done, and we'll start unboxing or unpacking the actual potential meters. Alright, now. Alright, now that I got the potential meter out of all three of the throttle assemblies, we're going to open the weighted part, right? Alright, now that we've got the potential meters out of the three different throttle assemblies, we're going to dive into the unboxing. So I've already sliced this open and made sure there's three, or I think there's three in here. I don't want to look too much, right? So there you go. Pretty decent packaging for it. I don't know what this paper around the outside is. Oh my lord. So this is all this extra. This is my receipt, my label, right? My, like, I guess a shipping order label, while this is all just extra for whatever reason. Now here we go. There you go. We got our three parts here. Beautiful. Let's see here. Beautiful. Get that to focus. Nice. So, this is it. This is what we ordered. We got three of them. The potential meter upgrade / fix for the G29, G25, and G27 pedals here. We are only able to confirm this for the G29 at the end of this video. But we'll see how this goes. We'll see. This should be pretty easy. Beautiful parts. Beautiful parts. Everything is very nice. I don't want to open this quite yet, right? It is a computer chip. I want to make sure everything is clean before I get this out and ready to put in. But we've also got, what is this here? The little arm. Is that metal? Kind of feels like metal or like a very hard plastic. I don't know. I'm not sure 100%, but that is the arm. It seems very well made. It's not soft. Like, I'm pressing on that. It's not moving. So, like, okay, it's moving slightly, just the tiniest little bit. But that is, it's definitely sturdy. That's well made. I love that. Okay. Let's see what else we got in this little baggie here. Dump this out. Ooh. Here we go. Some kind of nut of some kind, some washers, an Allen key. Hey, they all came with an Allen key. Now we've got 3 extra Allen keys to the toolbox. Let's go. Alright, so hopefully you all enjoyed this little segment of the unboxing. Now I'm going to clean this up a little bit, and we're going to see how this actually gets put in to the throttle assembly, the brake assembly, and the clutch assembly. Be right back. Thank you, everyone. Alright, everyone, well, we're back, and I got the throttle done. Now, the reason I did this off camera is because I just wanted to make sure I could actually get this done and explain it to you properly, right? So, to start, right, we'll put this out of the way, and we'll get into this brake here. So I forgot to mention, because I didn't even know, well, I just didn't even know, right? This little part here is part of the old potentiometer. It just slides right out. I'm pretty sure you're supposed to have to undo the screw to take that out, but it's not very tight. Comes right out. Now, in this kit, you've got this little prong here. The prong will sit with the one end is a little threaded, and one end has like a flathead. Maybe I can get that. There you go, right? A flathead on this side of the little plastic piece, a little see-through white piece, and then threads on this side. So right here, this little moon-shaped piece that sticks out is what we need to sit flush up into this little spot, right? It boots up into there, and then at the top here where my thumb is, that locks up, that pushes up against it as well, right? So that's how it should sit. Now, to get that to stay in place is a whole nother fight. You got two different washers you got to put on, and two different tiny screws. So far, I've struggled to get these in. We'll see how this goes on the second round. Oh, Lord. Yep, still struggling. Let's see. Oh, we got it standing. There we go. There we go. Come on. Beautiful, beautiful. So, first screw is in. Let's see if we can get this second screw in here. I'm going to put the washer on the screw first. Try and make it slightly easier to get them in line properly. With the hole, there you go. Yeah, that was definitely easier. Oh no! Spoke too soon, dropped it just like last time. Here you go. It took like 3 or 4 tries. This is only try number 2, so we're still ahead. We're still ahead. Let's see. Oh, my hands are getting jittery. Come on. There we go. We got it. So now that we got both of these screws in, we want to tighten these up just a bit. From what I could tell doing the throttle, you don't want to tighten them too much because they will just pull themselves off and then they're no longer there, right? So as long as they're secure, you're good. From what I can tell. If it does come apart, I'm sorry. Now, here we go. So that actually gets connected already, right? So this next step, you take the throttle housing, the pedal assembly, and you get your back put back into place here with the bolt. Apparently, you don't have to take this red part off. You can just take the spring and the front off. So I'm sorry about that. I misled you in that sense. I did not realize. And I'm going to put the bolts on this side. I think that's correct. I can't remember 100% which side the bolts were on. But this is how we're going to do it. Now, you don't want to forget these two little washers. They go on, on either side of this piece here. They just slot in at the front of the pedal. There we go. I forgot to do that the first time around on the throttle, and it did not sit in place at all properly. There you go. Try and get that lined up. The spring makes this slightly harder, but we'll get this here. There we go. If you just compress the brake pedal with your arm, right? Use your own strength to compress the brake pedal and keep the pressure off this front bolt. It makes it much easier to get that into place. There you go. Now, I'm not going to tighten those up right away for you. We're just going to get straight into putting this next part on. Obviously, I'll tighten it up off camera afterwards. Now we got the chip here. We want to take one of these bolts and put them through each of these holes from the back, and then put one of the nuts on. It's a double-ended nut, which allows us to put a bolt through the outside of the assembly here, and it'll go through the assembly into this nut on the inside, hold it into place, and from what I can see on the throttle, right, already having done that, it seems to hold in place very well. This seems to be a very well put together kit. Everything fits perfectly. Haven't noticed any issues. Whoops, I'm sorry if I just nudged the camera. I felt it on my arm, but I'm not sure if it actually moved or not. Let's see if we can get these last couple screws in here. Ooh. Beautiful. Now, once we're done these couple screws, it's going to be time to attach the wires again. Now, the only issue I see with the kit is each of these chips says red, white, and black for the wiring, while the wires that come with the G29 pedals aren't those colors, right? We have red and black, but instead of white, one of them is white, but the others are orange. I think we have orange and green. So what I did for the throttle is I just connected the orange instead of the white, because there's no white, right? So I put the red to red, black to black, and then I put the orange to the white. And then for this brake pedal, we are going to now attach the wires. So I'll bring them back up here. And what I did to keep track of which wires go to which pedal, I'm not sure if that's 100% necessary, but I just placed them into where they were supposed to, and basically the clutch is the one closest to the actual wiring, while the brake is in the middle, right, and then the throttle is on the far side. Now, to get this connected, it's definitely not the simplest thing. Well, it's not too complicated, but it's not it's not the easiest. It's very small, right? So here we've got our red wire, and we've got the red prong here on the end. We're going to push this in here like so, but I can't press that in with my fingers, so I've got my needle nose pliers here, and what I found is that it's easier to go in from the bottom and push in towards it. There you go. Then the brake actually has a white wire here, so I'm going to connect the white to white, and the clutch has a green instead of white. There you go. Beautiful. Oh, it's not fully on. There you go. Very tight squeeze here. Beautiful. Everything fits so perfectly. It's absolutely amazing. Was not expecting this out of it. There you go. Got all three in. Can we get a view of that at all? There you go. All three of them in connected, right? Now, once that's connected, all we have to do is reconnect the ground wire right here. So we'll take the screw back out, right? We kept it with the hole so that we wouldn't misplace it. and because I wasn't 100% sure if we needed it or not, I didn't want to lose it. So there you go. And I'm just feeding the ground through the back there. Keep it out of the way of the actual wiring, so the wiring can move freely and not be held in by it and eventually just rip the ground wire accidentally. Feed the bolt through, or screw through the wire end first, and then like a washer would, and then try and feed it into the hole. I always find that slightly easier. Oh, I'm gonna grab the screwdriver here. Beautiful. So what's that, 10 minutes or so? It took us about 10 minutes to do this while explaining it, so I'm sure if you were doing it just yourself... Oh, the ground isn't completely connected. Hold on. There you go. I'm sure if you were just doing this yourself and you weren't trying to explain it to someone, you could easily get this done in 5 or so minutes, especially if it's not your first time. Not too shabby. Beautiful. Look at that. 2 pedals done. Just got to tighten up the couple bolts. Not the end of the world. The brake pedal has this thicker block here. Same with the clutch. While the throttle has this thinner black block. Just so you all know, and it's easier to identify which one's which with that. Now we're going to move that off to the side. I'm going to get this clutch done off camera so y'all don't have to sit through it. And we'll be right back with you when that's all done and we're ready to put it into the case. Thank you all so much, and we'll be right back. Alright, so everyone, I just got done screwing in the 6 screws, well, right, these 6 screws along the bottom, and then along the top here we've got another 6. Whoop, there you go. And basically that holds the throttle assemblies into place, right? Now we gotta try and figure out how to get this chunk of mechanisms into the top case here. I'm not 100% sure on how that's gonna work. The wear down on the side here is from it rubbing against the wood on the side of the simulator. Now how do we do this? How are we gonna get this in place? So actually, I should also mention the wire, this little grommet here, the wire, the rubber piece, will go, you'll feed this to the top of the base, or the back of the base in a sense. Line the pedals up with the holes inside there. Now you don't want to forget, right, we have 2 more screws to put on in the inside of here. So that goes right down here, I think. It goes right here. There you go. So can y'all see that? I'm not sure. Here you go. Let me see if I can show it. Oh, okay. There's this little 2 towers and these 2 towers, right? There's only 2 screws, but basically what happens is, see if I can feed this in from this back, stand this up here somehow, feed this in this way to show y'all what we're working with here. So this grommet, can you see that at all? No, not really. This is not very easy to show. I can press it, because of the wiring being so short, it's hard. Can you see that? There you go. Just like that. Hold that into place. Put a screw on either side of it, and the screws will hold it into place with the little washers that hang off the sides. So I'm gonna flip these pedals back in here again. There we go. Put these 2 screws into place here. Actually, spin this around so you can actually see it. Whoa, there you go. See us putting the screws in there at the back. They've got an attached washer, and the washer holds the rubber piece into place. Now, we're getting very close to finishing this up. I just want to say thank you to all the viewers who've stuck around this far into the video and watched all the way through. I know this is a bit of a longer walkthrough tutorial than the website has posted. I'm pretty sure the tutorial the website posted was only like 7 minutes long. Definitely go check that out. It's pretty good. But this has been an absolute blast to record for y'all. I've had a ton of fun, and I hope you have all enjoyed watching as much as I have enjoyed recording this for y'all, and I hope it helps. I really do. There you go. Oh, get that all lined up and into place beautifully. Alright, now I'm gonna flip this around here. I'm not sure if this is how we want to do this or not. Yeah, there you go. That seems to work out. Beautiful. So now we've got the 14 screws that hold this all together. Like I mentioned at the start, there's the 3 different rows, right, from top to bottom, and then there's the 2 behind this little flap here in the front. I'm going to try and get the screw on either side here so that I can then hold it up and show you guys the screw under the flap really quickly before I then cut and just finish them off camera, right? Here we go, get that on there. Much easier with a magnetic tip on the screwdriver to feed it in. It's a very tight fit. And there you go. So, right, we've got the screw here on the edge, at the bottom, here as well, and then right here. And then we've got the one screw here, and then we've got the secondary screw hole back there, right? Then we've got our second row in the middle, and then the third row, right? And it just continues up at the other side, right? So I will get the rest of these screws in, and I'll be right back with you all. Thank you. Alright everyone, we got the base put back together. Now the last step before we can use the pedals is the actual pedals. So, I don't know why I'm laughing. It's just not that funny, but it makes me laugh. I can't remember exactly which ones these are, which one goes where, but I'm pretty sure this is how it goes. I'll let you know which size here we need. I think it's this one? No. Yeah, it's the 2. 2? Where's the other one? Uh-oh. I'm missing one of my Allen keys. Oh no. I gotta go on a mission. Hold on a second. I got 2 sets here. There you go, second one. What we are looking for... Oh no, this one is in a different measuring system. This is not good. Okay, we got it anyways. 332s. 332. I don't know what that means. I don't know how to say that. I'm sorry. 3 parts of a 32? 3 over 32? I don't know. I have no idea why they would use fractions instead of just a regular actual size. The size I'm looking for is a 2.5. That's much simpler to say. Now here we go. Got the second pedal. I'm 99% sure that the small pedals go on the brake and the clutch, and I know 100% that they have these larger blocks here. Only takes a couple seconds here to get these done up. Beautiful. Beautiful. Oh, there you go. Not too shabby. Only took me about, it's now 5:30. I started this, oh lord. When the heck did I start this? This has been an all-day project. I actually ended up waking up at 7 a.m. So, well, I didn't start this at 7 a.m. obviously. It didn't take It didn't take that long, but I actually woke up with a migraine this morning, and so I ended up just hopping straight into the shower, and then went for a smoke, went for a second shower. Oh no! Went for a smoke, and then went for a second shower, and then I had a bit of food, and then I started recording. Then I ate a little bit more, and then had to go to my mom's to get the pliers. And when I came back, I started feeling better, and I've been feeling better ever since. And there's still some pain, right? It's a migraine. It doesn't just go away, but it's definitely nothing to complain about, right? I'm definitely feeling better. And that actually completes it. Let's see how this goes. I guess the last thing to do is just give it a test and let you all know what I think of it. Holy crap. Thank you all for joining this journey. I have absolutely loved this process. It's been a lot of fun. Very simple. Definitely suggest trying it out. And there will be a secondary video that goes along with this, where you can watch me trying it for the first time with the new parts, right? The next episode of the simulator series. It'll actually be uploaded at the same time as this, so you can go check that out and get the review of it. I'm not going to explain how it works. I'm not going to give a review of how it works in this video. You'll have to go over there and watch it. But when it comes to the shipping and putting it all together, very simple. And there's a 7-minute tutorial and very easy to follow right on YouTube. Just look up the AXC potentiometer upgrade or fix, and it pops up. So yeah, thank you all so much for tuning in. I hope you all have an amazing day. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you have, be sure to leave a like and a comment with your favorite part, and consider also subscribing for more daily content. And as always, everyone, I'll see you all tomorrow with another video. Peace out. Where's that? This has been absolutely amazing. Well, everyone. Alright, well, everyone. I thought the video was over, but unfortunately this wire is not working. The throttle still doesn't work. I don't know why, but can't get a proper reading out of it. Changed out the chip from the clutch to the throttle, and no difference. Seems to be something with the actual wiring. And then as I was taking it off, I was trying to take it back out and do the test, and broke off another ground wire, well, one of the ground wires, and so now that's an actual issue. Obviously I can put that back together, that's not too bad, but everything else seems to be connected properly. All I can think of is there's some sort of issue within the wiring that you can't just see with your eyes, and I don't have any way to test it, and if it's not gonna work, I might as well just order the new part, right? So yeah, I guess that's what we're gonna try and do. Kind of too bad, but we'll be back in a few days, hopefully maybe a week, with another video where I guess I'm not gonna make a video where I replace the wiring, because I've already shown how to do the wiring in this video, right? But once I get the wire, I'll make the next drifting video. All I can say is I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. And yeah, I guess see y'all in the next one, everyone. Peace out.